Let's talk.
Everybody wants the riches.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Talk. I am your host, Miss Mo. I am so glad to see everyone back. Hope everybody is well. I thank you very much for watching and taking the time to tune in to my show. And I thank you for all of the support that you have shown me thus far with all of the likes, comments, the subscribers. Appreciate and thank you all for that. Let's get started. First up, I want to talk a little bit about Kesha, real name Kesha Rose Sebert, as you all may or may not know. She is a songwriter, rapper, and singer. She got discovered in 2005 when she was only 18 years old by a gentleman named Lucas Gottwald, better known as Dr. Luke. He is and was her former mentor, but they have been in court, with this court battle. She is accusing him of allegedly drugging and raping her like a decade ago. That's too bad. Because there was a deposition that was filmed in 2011. She was on the stand and her mom got questioned as well. Well, she was saying when the deposition was on that no, he did not drug her. No, they did not have a sexual relationship, all of this sort of thing. And she was under oath, questioned her mom as well and all these kind of questions. But that's really too bad. It's crazy because in 2011, you're gonna say that no, and no. But now, here it is, 2016, and now you're saying, yes, he drugged me, yes, he raped me a decade ago. We're talking 10 years ago. I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. If it is true, my take. If it is true, yeah, he needs to get whatever coming to him. He needs to get his. Nobody should have to go through that at a young age. She was young. She was only 18 years old. It's just a whole sad state of affairs when you gotta go through something like that. If it is true, she's probably going through, a whole bunch of criticism from a whole bunch of different people saying, well, why you just now coming forward now with all of this? That makes us not believe you. You lying because you had a chance back in 2011 to say what needed to be said and what you say is true. Why didn't you say it back then? Why 2016 you're saying all this stuff now? Are we supposed to believe you? I mean, yeah, granted, things happen like that, and over a period of time that passes, people maybe get up the courage to come forth with something as bad as that. And no, I can't relate to something like that. But if it's true, like I said, I hope he gets his. I hope everything works out for her. I know that among others, Taylor Swift came forward, donated $250,000 to her time of need to help with lawyer fees and, bills and stuff like that. I hope that everything works out for her. She is very talented. I like her music. It's kind of like a raw feel to it. I really like her. I hope everything works out for her. Moving on, we have, oh God. It's just, okay. Has anybody seen these black female twins on the Steve Harvey show? One's name was Kay and the other one's name was Ty. They went on a blind date looking for, successful men, hopefully good looking, all of that sort of thing. They went on this blind date. They were fairly tall. I think it's fair to say that they were like on a real tall side. Nice bodies. They had blondish type wigs on, and you know how us women do with all these wigs and all of this mesh up here and trying to do the edge hair to blend everything in or whatever. If that's your thing, that's your thing, because that's how we do these days. But it's like, you gotta know what color to wear with your skin tone, number one. You can go on YouTube, look it up. Steve Harvey sent them on a blind date with these two gentlemen. And Steve Harvey and his makeup crew, they changed these men, put makeup on them. Both gentlemen were bald. One of them, they put glasses on. One, they put like half moon hair. You know how you bald up here and got hair on the sides and in the back. So they did that to one. And then the other one, they put like a mole on his face and stuff like that. They had them dress a certain way. And of course, when anybody's looking for a mate, husband, wife, soulmate, boyfriend, come on now. You're gonna be looking for someone that is attractive to your eye. That's number one. I don't care who you are. Don't be trying to sell me that bridge, trying to convince me that, no, that doesn't matter. No, it matters. And anybody trying to sell me that bridge, yeah, okay. You're kind of lying to me, and I know you're lying to yourself. But anyway, everybody wants to be able to look at you every morning and say, yeah, you know what? You are gorgeous. Or, man, you're so handsome. Everybody wants something nice and pretty and handsome and gorgeous to look at. Don't try to act like y'all don't. You do. On one hand, I can understand what Steve was trying to do, because these girls, they were acting like they were kind of stuck up. They, to me, in my opinion, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. They was acting like they were stuck up. They was acting like they were too good. They were full of themselves. They were rude on the date with these gentlemen. And it was, how many bedrooms do you have in your house? How much money do you make? All of this old bull crap. It's like, you're not supposed to be nasty and rude and stink like that on a first date with anybody. It's like, after that, I don't care who you are. I am not trying to get to know you after that. And me, I probably would have got up and walked out. No, check, please. Oh, I didn't order anything? Okay, bye then. No, you don't do that. Steve, had them all back on the show, told the ladies that, there's much more to these men than meets the eye, basically. So he brought them all back up on stage and was saying, one of the gentlemen, they were a principal consultant at a technology firm. The other gentleman was one of the top real estate professionals in Atlanta. Of course, the two young ladies was trying to sit there and act like, like that, doing stuff like that, like, yeah, whatever. No, you could tell that, oh man, they're doing all right for themselves. You would have to see it. I thought it was in poor taste, the way the young ladies acted, like they were just too good for anybody, you know what I mean? So nobody's attracted to that. And they thought that they were it, but they were not. But yeah. And funny enough, after I watched that, they got a little, they have like a YouTube channel or whatever it is, and they are in business for themselves. And so they were going on about, they have gotten all these real negative comments about how they were on the show and all this kind of stuff. And they were saying, bottom line, they were saying, well, y'all don't even know us. Y'all should get to, know us before you lash out and be judging us like that. Yeah, okay. So you gotta get to know them and yeah, whatever. So next up, this right here has always been for a long time a problem that I have. Ever since Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, social media, why do people use those engines to communicate? And texting too, rather than picking up the phone. Or, I need to talk to you, I got something on my mind. Pick up the phone, call me, meet me someplace. Let's have a sit down about it. None of this old email, Twitter, texting crap. That's crap. What has happened to the communication? There is a total breakdown in the communication. Now, I ain't talking about for the people that are doing business. That's how you do business, and using all of these avenues and these engines as far as communicating, getting your name out there, trying to get known. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people specifically using Facebook and all these other social media engines to air their dirty laundry. If you got a problem with your sister, if you got a problem with your brother, with your cousin, with your mom, with your daddy, with your auntie, with your uncle, That's what I'm talking about. Whatever happened to calling people up, saying, I don't like this about you, or me and you gotta talk, or saying how you feel to those people, to their faces, over the phone. Not on Facebook, not on Twitter, not on Instagram, not on none of that. None of that. And I'm not saying they're all crap. No, they are not crap. It's what people use them for. It's totally wrong. It's totally foul. That's how I feel about it. And then y'all wonder why certain people can't get along, or when certain people break up, or there's a miscommunication because somebody didn't pick up the phone and actually talk to somebody. That stuff can be misconstrued, especially when nobody hears your voice and how you really sounded when you're putting all of these messages out or whatever. I'm fed up with it. I think it's stupid. I think we, as a human race, need to get back to talking to each other and communicating to each other. Not none of this old other backstreet stuff. Oh, because I'm scared, to talk to you and how you gonna feel. And no, talk to one another. You might be surprised what you learn. Okay, let me cool this down. Next up, we lost another good one. As you all may or may not know, Prince protege and lead singer of the 1980s girl group Vanity 6. Her name was Denise Matthews, known as Vanity. She died in a hospital in Fremont, California. She was only 57, and she was very pretty. I really enjoyed her and the girl group that she was a part of when they came out. And she had been battling kidney failure. She'd been dealing with that for years, and most recently, found having an abdominal illness as well. It's kind of sad for me when we lose any of our people that have made an impact on the music industry, being artists and paving the way for other people, to voice their talents and their voices and, showcase their talents and as being artists and everything. So I was very sad to hear that. She had did a fund me on Facebook, and I was real surprised and shocked about that, because you would think that because everybody knows that she was involved with Prince, she came on the scene, Prince, it seems like to me that somebody, saying they're her friends and all of this type of stuff with some money would have said here, because she was trying to raise money to get an operation, to do whatever she needed to do for her health. So it's like, what? How? Fund me? What you mean? That ain't for, that's, for people that really ain't got it, that's trying to do that. You wouldn't think that Vanity would be doing that. You would think that some of her people, whoever else knew her and had dealings with her when she was up and popping, you would think that they would have reached out to her to help her with those funds because she really needed the help. Apparently not. And then, after she passed, seeing all these messages from Sheila E., from Prince, all these other people, oh, my friend, my girl in Christ, or whatever. Because, she had gotten saved and was serving the Lord, which is very good. But, hey, there's three sides to every story. That one side, and the truth. Who knows what the real story is behind her not receiving any help from, her people. I don't know what's going on with that or what went on. I just hope that, they maybe did try to reach out to her and maybe she didn't want to accept it or something like that. Who knows? I don't know. But we will miss you, Miss Vanity. Next up, I thought this was really interesting. Meagan Good and her husband, Devon Franklin. They were at a church function talking about their book called The Weight. They were doing a Kingdom Love Part 2. They were, at a talk with church members and the pastor that married them as well. Very interesting. They were not sexually active. They were, celibate for a long time. As when they got involved, they were celibate until they got married, and then they were all set. But they remained celibate. They didn't have no sex. They didn't do all that kind of stuff. And that's what their book is about. They both co-writers. They both wrote it together. I'm pretty interested in the book. I think I'm gonna have to read that. It was very interesting to hear that they did that, number one. Because Meagan Good, she's an actress, a very sexy, very pretty, beautiful body. I've always liked her. She has always played, certain roles. From her saying from in the past being in relationships, she was, doing whatever she was doing. And then one day she said, you know what, I'm gonna stop this. This is not working. I'm gonna try something different. I am happy for her and her husband on the success that they're having with their book. Now, the reason I bring them up is because the function that they were at, this lady, they were taking questions and, they were doing like that, a Q&A with the audience. So this one lady gets up. When she's talking, you can tell that she was fumbling and bumbling over her words. Got the impression that she was kind of scared to say what she was trying to say. She said, I feel because you're a pastor's wife and you're talking the talk, you should walk the walk. You should live the way that you're speaking. Bottom line is, she was telling Meagan Good that she needs to cover up, that, she dresses too sexy, that she needs to cover up. She's a pastor's, wife now, yada, yada, yada. And so when that happened, he, of course, defended her. You would have to see the video. You can look that up on YouTube, too, how he defended her. And it was beautiful. He said, no, we're not going to do that. She's going to continue to wear what she wants to wear in the name of Jesus. When he ever said that, I said, oh, Lord. But there's two sides for me on that. On one hand, I know how I was raised as far as church going in the church. You were trained to and brought up to dress a certain way. Back in the day, I'm old school. And of course, the world we live in today. I don't know. On one hand, I understand what the young lady is saying about her covering up. You're supposed to be a Christian and, you're married to a minister and all this kind of stuff. But then on the other hand, everybody has an opinion. You can't just get up and say stuff like that to people, and clearly that was not the right venue. That was neither the time nor the place for that lady to get up and say that. And I love the way that Meagan responded to her, because at first, Meagan, she didn't respond. Her husband responded and defended her. And you could tell that she was crying and everything. And everybody in the audience was saying, oh, we love you, Meagan, and all that. She said, I love you too. And then she responded. I think I would have responded in a similar way, because that shows class. She took the high road. She didn't stoop down to that low level where the lady was in the audience. Basically, Meg said, if that's the way you feel, pray for me. I love you and thank you. That's it. Point blank, simple. And she kept it moving. And I really appreciated that from Meagan Good. And no, I don't think, because, you think about it, she's always dressed provocatively, however she has been dressing and continues to dress. I believe if her husband doesn't have a problem with it, why should anybody else? And whatever the case is, he's a minister, yeah. A lot of people are not used to seeing ministers' wives dress the way that she dresses. You can take that however you want to take that, but yeah, for me, I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one. I'm really on the fence with that, because I love Meagan Good. Her husband seems like a really nice guy. I'm interested in actually reading the book, because I think it's very interesting that they did what they did as far as, not having sex and waiting until they were married. So yeah, I really, really, really want to hear what you guys think about that. And of course, all of the other issues and topics that I talked about in this segment. Don't forget, that's my take on it, and I definitely want to hear from you guys. Don't forget, my social media information is listed below. If you guys have any show topic ideas, please email them to me. I am very open to ideas and topics and concerns, questions that you have. Just send them to me. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, please. I would really appreciate that. And don't forget, when you subscribe, you will get a notification. Whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first. Oh, okay, let's get on it. Miss Mo is up. I want to hear from you. And so, let's talk.